If I show this here, can you see that? No, you can't. Can you? I haven't done it yet. That's just me having a moment. It's Tottenham playing tonight, so I'm wearing my Tottenham cap for you all. Better not be any Arsenal fans on here. Cool. Can you see it now? I've got a little recording thing here because hopefully it's all recording so I can post it. So today we're talking about how to capture leads on Facebook, and then once you've captured them, if like how you can manage them and stuff. So what you're seeing in front of you now is some this is like a CRM system that Facebook have it built in. It only works so it's Meta, so it's designed for Facebook ads. Okay, so I don't know if any of you know or not, but I look after some SEO and Facebook ad stuff for estate agents, most of them being EXP agents, obviously. And so there's some data here from some people. Okay, so this one here is Nikki from Carlisle. She's got this intake is all the leads that come through. Okay, so where you got the paid one, that's coming from that lead form campaign that I've created for her, which is what we're basically going through today. And then the organic stuff is usually it's from another Facebook ad campaign she was doing, but it was being sent the prompt that this the call to action on the Facebook ad campaign was asking people to leave her a message on Facebook Messenger. I'm a massive hater of DM Facebook, DM LinkedIn. I'm sure you all know as well that you just get a lot of crap sent to them. So I try not to send people to those two messenger things, whether it's LinkedIn or Facebook, because you can sometimes miss out on actually important leads. Because for me personally, I don't know how you all feel, but I haven't opened up my LinkedIn or Facebook Messenger for ages because it's just a waste of time. And I feel like if I'm looking after this for a client, I tend to not do it that way because they might not look at it as well. If you're creating it yourself, you can do it either way you want. Okay, um, with Facebook, when you're creating ad campaigns, this is something you've done before. You probably know a little bit about what I'm talking about. If you haven't done it before, there's a few different things you can do in a Facebook ad. So you can do brand awareness. You can do lead gen. You can do sales. Sales is a good one as well for the sort of thing you're looking for. What I tend to do a lot for estate agents is the lead gen thing. Okay, and that's probably I recommend that's where you start from. With the sales, you've got to sort of like sync conversions and stuff, and I'll do another video on that another day. It's a little bit more involved, but the lead gen thing's quite easy. And then on the lead gen campaign on Facebook, let me just open it up in case you don't actually know what I'm talking about. You can direct people to a landing page on your site, or you can do the lead form. Okay, so at the minute with your microsites, you've got the instant valuation tool, which is a lead capturing um, page, isn't it? And that's kind of all you've got at the minute, unless you were to build stuff, and I can cover that in a bit, hopefully. But with let me just open up this ads manager. Let's just pretend I haven't used this account for ages, this one that I'm showing you now. But if I open it up and I have to create an account, I create a start to create a Facebook ad campaign if it ever loads up. Let's go here. It's really slow, isn't it? What on earth? Okay, let's go get that one. That's boring. Let's go to this one here. I just use anyone. Andy Slack. So let's open up. And if I had to create an ad campaign, so like Andrew, for example, has also got this campaign running, this one here. So he's got one lead come through. But if you were to create, if you click the green button to create, you've got these options here. You can do brand awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promo, and sales. The best ones is brand awareness because that gives a lot of reach for a small amount of money. So that's a really good one for you to get out there, get your name out there, and you can send people to pages on your website and stuff like that. where, for example, you could have a lead form. Traffic's good, but I find brand awareness is probably the best one out of the two of those. And then leads and sales is what you do to sort of get that more sort of direct lead gen, lead capturing thing. Okay, so I don't know if you know, I don't know if you've seen it, but on the UK Trading Hub, I've done a video before with Facebook ad campaigns, and that was designed to be more passive. And so what I was doing is something like creating pages on agents' sites. So like Dean, for example, has got this one here, get your free guide. And then this was going out to everyone in Birmingham and basically saying, are you thinking of selling your Birmingham property? I've got a free guide to give you that's going to help you sell your property fast. Okay. And then what happened is people would follow that Facebook ad campaign and they land this page here. And then they can click this link and they can download it. And all this stuff you've got access to on the Trading Hub, or if you go to the marketing onboarding documents that I've got. But they can get all this and they can download it. And hopefully with that, you're just giving them some free information. And so you're starting to build a decent relationship with these people, okay? But this is like a more passive type of campaign because it's not asking to capture any details. What this does is, and I explain it on that video, Facebook will know who's visited it. So for example, it will know that I have landed on this page here. And so if Dean was to then do a retargeting campaign, he can then nurture those people more passively with like case studies and testimonials and just follow them with different types of retargeted campaigns on a regular basis, so that all those people that are being collected in that bucket or that nurture bucket are constantly being seen by Dean, are constantly seeing Dean's content, so Dean's top of mind. Okay, so it's a much more passive way of doing it, but it does work, but you just got to be consistent with it. So what you do is that you do a Facebook ad campaign for like £2 a day in Birmingham, and that will usually get you about 250 to 350 people each month land on this page because they're interested in this download. Okay, that means each month you're capturing an extra 250 to 350 each month. You're capturing them and put them into your audience on Facebook, which is you can then target as a retargeting campaign, and then that grows. And as you go, and the more you do it, the more leads will start just dripping in. Okay, what I'm talking about now is this more sort of direct thing. So I hope you people don't mind me showing you. But this is Nikki. So if I just go to the stuff that she's got on her campaign here, which is basically people who have filled out this form here. So this campaign, I started her on Sunday. So she's had two. Okay, one of them came through on Monday, and one came through. It was either late yesterday or this morning, I forget. But she actually sent me a message. This one here, the most recent one, which is probably Kirsty. When this came through, she said that yesterday it came through. That it's listed, like she's got it basically. So I don't know if it's been the contract's been signed or not, but her words were in quotes, the property is a banging property. So I don't know what that means. Like, is it a beautiful property, an expensive property? I don't know, but it's a banging property, and so she's got that. And so what you're getting with these leads here is you're not having to worry about then doing all that nurture stuff like I just tried to explain a second ago. And then where other agents would do a lot of Facebook ads going to the instant valuation tool, as you know yourself, not most of them, but a lot of them are just looking to have a nose, and they're just interested on how much a property is worth. They're not really thinking of selling. They're not really asking to have a conversation with an estate agent. Sometimes they are, but a lot of the times they're not. Okay, these type of leads and the way you design those Facebook ads, which I'll show you, they're basically giving you permission. So like, I'll show you this form in a bit, but if you scroll down this one here, okay, you got this initial information, but then you scroll down, this is where this is the form that they filled out online. Okay, so what you're looking to do, they're looking to sell. We would have given them three options: buy, sell, or they're just curious. What's your top priority right now? It's multiple choice. They picked to sell my property quickly. They're giving Nikki the email address, the name, and the phone number. So then they're literally giving you permission to call them straight away. Okay, so it's a bit more expensive than the passive campaign that I've been talking about just a second ago, but it's more direct. Okay, and so this is one example. This is Nikki. This is Jonathan Woods. His campaign went out last weekend, so his campaign's been out a bit longer. Now these are this budget for this year is £10 a day. It's a lot more expensive. Okay, to do a lead form type thing, and this is probably something I should mention now early on. You need to be investing more money into it, around like a minimum of £10 a day. Now it doesn't always spend that much money, but the reason why you need it to be a minimum of £10 a day is that usually a lead will cost you about between 10 and 15 quid for the lead. Okay, so what if you put in £10 a day? Facebook will sometimes overspend on one particular day to get you that lead, and then it will reduce it. So by the end of the week or by the end of the month, you've only ever spent what that budget is, but it's the cost of a lead. Okay, so you've got a couple more here. This is for Jonathan. He's got 4. He's got this one's looking to sell. This one is looking to sell. Property investor is probably just rubbish. Not all of them are good. Some it's possible to get constantly good leads on Facebook. Just forget that. You will sometimes get crap leads, but you can see a lot of these here are actually looking to sell. Okay, and it carries on. So this person here, the reason I want to show you this one here, this isn't actually an EXP agent. Okay, but with this I love how they manage it. So they got intakes. So these 2 leads are leads that have just recently come through, and they haven't spoken to them yet. And then they've gone qualified, not selling yet, converted. So out of all these leads that have come through, 2 of them aren't selling yet, but they can then start nurturing them however they choose to do it. And then these 4 have converted. So these 4, they've literally are now clients. They've got their properties. So I'm going to show you. Did that all make sense? What I'm saying so far? You got any questions on this before I move on to the next bit? Yeah, yeah. Good question. Good question. It depends. So these particular people, they're a proper estate agents in Lincoln. Okay, I sent them a message Monday morning, maybe Sunday, saying, "Look, how's it going? Should I stop it for a bit? Should I keep it going?" And they're like, "Keep it going because they're getting leads through." Okay. How I recommend you do it, because you're not like an estate agency with like lots of staff and all that kind of stuff. What I recommend you do is that you probably have it run for 1 week and then pause it and then repeat that every 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. And the reason behind that is really good question. Facebook is very good at identifying the hot lead for you and for what you want. Okay. And so let's say I'm based in Woking. Okay. It won't take me long to hit all of those hot leads. It'll take about a week. If I can see that it's still going strong, then you can just be like, you know what, that's the beauty of digital marketing. You can be like, I can let it run for another half week. Let's see how it goes. Okay, but once you've gone for that initial stock of those hot leads, Facebook will start reaching out to other people who are less hot. So you still might get 1 or 2, but you'll find that the cost per click is going to start going up. You're probably spending too much money now to sort of justify it. And so what you want to do is pause it. Okay. And so on the rest of the time, if you want to continue doing Facebook campaigns, the rest of the time you can go to do a brand awareness type campaign for £2 a day, just to get your name out there, do your property marketing tips, street of the week, local market updates, before and after, testimonials, all those video tips and things, and just get that out to your audience. Because then next time you repeat this campaign, not only will Facebook straight away target the hot leads of that moment, but also because you've been hitting people with all the other types of content, that you're building up that trust, you're building up that rapport and that likability and authority as being that local agent. So the next time they see that lead gen campaign, they might be inclined to take that action, if that makes sense. Okay, so I would look at it how I'm doing it. for my clients is I'm doing it for 1 week and I'm stopping it for 5 to 6 weeks and I'm turning it on again. And then I suppose what's going to happen with me, because I've only started doing this this year. This year, yeah. I think I did it New Year's Day because I'm very boring. I created this for a lot of people to test it out and stuff, and it's working. So I thought I'd do it for this month's lead gen thingamajiggy webinar thing that we're doing, you know. But yeah, I wouldn't have it on forever. At the beginning, I was thinking let's go for a month. I spoke to some of the EP agents that, are you happy for me to do it for a month and see how it goes? They said yes, because with digital marketing, with Facebook ads and stuff, because you can always look at the data. I then got back to them and said, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to close it at the end on this week, end of this week, and then I'll restart it again in 5 or 6 weeks. And like I just said, just start doing that brand awareness stuff in the meantime. Okay. Another thing you should probably try and do with this is, although if it's going to go for 1 week, that's great. Okay. But the next time you do it, have a different campaign. And then also when you're doing the brand awareness stuff, don't just put out one post and then just use that same post for the next 4, 5, 6 weeks, however long it's going to be, because there's a thing called fatigue. You're going to get to a point where people have seen that video too many times, it's getting a bit boring and stuff. So by always putting in something different, that's going to help. Okay. And I've got content ideas for that. In fact, what I'll do is one of my lead forms on my website that I've got, there's a people sign up. It's another way for me to capture people's details, but they get this bonus content stuff. I don't know why the Wi-Fi is so slow. Sorry. But I share it with you now in this chat if this opens up. But in there, you've got a load of content ideas. So what you've got is content ideas for lead gen, content ideas for lead nurture, and content ideas for like converting those leads and stuff, basically. So it's this folder here. I share it with you. But somewhere here, you've got content ideas. So this is ideas for brand awareness. Kind of video content ideas you can do. This is for more brand awareness. This is content ideas. I haven't seen this sheet for ages. But if you just explore the folder, there's stuff there to help you with the different stages, like I suppose, and the kind of different strategies that you're gonna do. Let me just get this. What the hell? So how I do it, are you happy with what I've shown you so far? How I do this, I'm just going to take you to someone's campaign. I'm going to take you to Nikki, actually, because before I started running this campaign for Nikki, her other campaign was absolutely smashing it. And it's because she spent some time and money into getting a professional video done. And it absolutely smashed it. She had it, actually, that video there, she had running for about 2 months, maybe even 3 months, you know. But we turned it off over the weekend. So I'm going to show you 2 campaigns for her. I'm going to show you the campaign that she did originally, because it's a video and it's really good. It's I think it's this synchronous selling video. So if I open this up, and then in a second I can go through this in more detail if anyone's needs to know this side of it. Okay. I will show you the form though, obviously. So edit this. This is the video. I don't know if you can see how clearly you're going to see it when I press play, but it might be worth you just finding her Facebook page, because you'll have it on there somewhere. But it's like the day in the life of an estate agent, basically. And the video looked a little bit, yes, this one here. Look, I don't know how you can't really see it if I press play, but it's basically just her from leaving the hut, like having a coffee and a slice of toast, to getting in the car, to having a meeting, and it's all done professionally. Someone recorded it and some music, and there's some probably like some text and things in it. And she put that out, and I don't think she spent much on that. How much did she spend on that? Like, what was her daily budget? Check it out. a daily budget was £2. So when I showed you this here, if I get rid of that there, I'm going to show all. This is stopped now. We've turned it off. But all of these organic ones, these all came from that video. Okay, so there's a lot to be said about you spending some time and money and getting some of this sort of stuff betterly done. Betterly done. I made a word there. Because that's good investment too. So that she spent whatever that is, it's 60 quid a week, a month, and she's got a decent amount of valuations and leads from that. So that's great, you know. But like I said, with the fatigue thing, eventually it had to stop, you know, because as soon as you saw it, the frequency for that there was 3.79, so it's quite heavy. Now this is the one that I'm doing for her. And I'll talk you through this one here. Now this campaign went live this weekend. It is like a Y weight campaign. So this was a graphic, okay, and the graphic was something like, let's see if it's that. Stop waiting. I know you can't really see it, but it's basically prompting people to reach out to you to get actual facts about the market and how it's going to affect your property and your local area. And just basically saying, you know, get in touch, okay? And so that campaign I've done for quite a few agents, where I'm now going to look after like sort of 20 odd agents. I can't always give them unique content, but because they're in different parts of the country, it's not an issue. Obviously, you'll always be unique, you know. But this is one campaign that she's done, okay? Now, if I took you to someone who's been on the block a bit longer, you take you to Andrew Byrne. Here's my little guinea pig. He's had a couple of campaigns, I believe. So let's open up. What's going on there? So slow now. I don't know why it's saying ads off, but let's have a look. This one here, he's got two campaigns. So I'm going to show you how to design this now. But then what happens is that you can start duplicating it. Okay, so where he's got, and this is, I suppose this doesn't matter so much if you're just doing a campaign every 6 weeks for the lead form thing. But if you're doing a brand awareness campaign, you can do the same thing, because you can set up this section, and I'll show you how to do it all in a bit more detail in a second. And you can name this brand awareness campaigns 2025, and then lead form campaign 2025. Okay, but where Facebook's going to start collecting this data and going, okay, it's going to be £10 a day, and you want to be targeting people in and around Epsom, and so on. Don't need to worry about this too much. It's all BS basically. But then each time you create a new ad set, Facebook's going to use all the data it's learned from the top end, if that makes sense. Okay, so the first campaign we ran for him, and again, I appreciate you can't see all of this here because it's quite small, but it's this one here. This came out New Year's Day, basically. Epsom property market. I gave some numbers about the local trends, how much the market, the value of the property have increased over the last 5 years. What's the average amount of money people are selling homes for between a 3-bed and a 5-bed, and I'm giving the data. And then the prompts is like, you know, reach out to me to find out how the market's going to be affected in your area in 2025, and what this means for you selling your property and getting the best price possible, something like that. Okay, so there's two types of campaigns I've shown you so far, two types of designs. The one that I showed you from Nikki, and then this one, and then you can just keep duplicating these by literally clicking the 3 dots here and going quick duplicate, and then just repeat the process and make it completely different. But because you're duplicating it within this section here, Facebook's constantly learning. Okay, so the leads will get better, the cost per click will get better, everything will just improve. Okay, now if I was to show you his form quickly, it's this one here, new Epsom form, which you'll see on this one. I made a few tweaks to it. what happens is now when someone clicks this button, learn more, they go to this form, okay, and then you can create the form but yourself by clicking on the create form. If you want, you can give it a message and go, "Oh, Paul, could you just give me some like the wording of what to put on this here?" But this is the intro bit on the form, and the questions are you looking to buy, sell, or you're just curious? What's your top priority right now? Selling my property quickly, understanding local price trends. Okay, and they basically just it's a click, and the on to the next bit, which is the contact details. This is always automatic. Facebook would just pre-fill it for them, and then it's then going to a privacy policy, and then a thank you, all set, and it's done. So like really quickly, you can set a form up, and then also really quickly that lead can just give you that information, and then once they've clicked this and they've done that, it will then land on something like this that I've shown you. Okay. So what do I want to show you next? I want to show you how to do the ad campaign. Do you need help with doing that side of things? Cool. So let's do a mock up. I'll use my account. And then once I've done that, I'll show you how to do that nurture stuff with the emails. Okay. So this is my account. I paused mine. I was getting quite a few leads. Now the problem I had, and I suppose it's not really important to you, but the problem I had is that I thought I'd be smart and I'd target every English speaking country. Like, are you looking for help with like lead gen for your estatey business? Okay. And I was doing £10 a day. But what Facebook did is that it got me the best value for those leads, which are all South Africa. Okay. And so I've got a lot of self-employed estate agents in South Africa. And I don't think they had the budget basically for what I was charging, UK prices and stuff. So I ended up getting some pretty poor leads. So I've actually stopped that now, and I've just turned it onto UK. That won't affect you, but I suppose it's worth mentioning in case you were ever thinking about doing other stuff. How you're going to do it is that you're going to be creating your location. So for my example, I want to do Woking, and then you're going to do. I've got too many things open. I've lost where I did it. I'll put it. That can go. That can go. That can go. Here we go. Oh no, that can go. I'll tell you what I do. Let's just get rid of that. This can go. This can go. This can go. Okay. Let's start here. I'm getting lost here now. That can go. Okay. So this is my ad campaign. You'll have your own one, obviously, and I've already got it all set up. So I've got other information and videos on how to set up the Facebook ad campaign, like the account, and how to do audiences, and how to set up your data, your data source, which is like your pixel. I've got videos on the UK Training Hub for that. So I'm just now going to like how to create that lead form. Okay. So I'm going to now what I would do now if I wanted to create one now, I'd just go to the new one. I've changed it. Okay. So that can get deleted basically. But I'd go to the new one like this, and then in fact I'd just open it. I'll open it up like this here. Okay. I'll click the edit button, and then like I said, you got this campaign. This is the Jan ad campaign. I can then duplicate that like I showed you earlier, and then add it to that, so that all that information, all that data is constantly growing and expanding within this campaign, which I've called 2025 lead form campaign. Okay. So how I'm going to do it with the EXP agents or my clients and stuff is eventually I'll have two campaigns. I'll have a 2025 lead form campaign and 2025 brand awareness campaign. Okay, the brand awareness would be that £2 a day, just going out just to help people get to understand me, know me, trust me, like me, build that authority, and then I can keep growing that. I'm just duplicating it on that set, that campaign ad set, and then the lead form thing, I'll just go to that one there and duplicate it. So it's all good to see. Now we're going to start from scratch. So I'm basically going to click this green button which says create, like so, and then I'll go to leads. Okay, nice and easy, and then continue. I tend to just go to tailored lead campaigns, manual. Sometimes you've got to go back and play around with things, just out of laziness, really. I just let Facebook do it for me because they're more clever than I am, basically. So tailored lead campaigns, and then click continue. A bit of coffee. Then you name it. So this top name, that's what you call, whatever you want to call it, the umbrella title for the whole thing. So like 2025 lead form campaign, for example. Okay, and then the bottom ones can be January, February, March, April, May, or whatever you want to do. Okay, so this would be test campaign 2025, like that. You then scroll down where you got the category section. You're going to drop this down and go to housing. That means that's going to prevent it from getting rejected. That's pretty much why all of your ad will get rejected. Not yours, but every time an agent comes and reach out to me saying that their ad account has been rejected, it's usually because they haven't clicked the housing category. So you've done that. You then scroll down further. Now, what you're looking to do is it pre-populated the instant form thing, which is great. But just double check that instant form is clicked, so that's good. And then you drop down and you click your page. You might not have lots of pages. It might just have it, but just double check that's your page there. Okay. Now you do your daily budget. Okay. So if I go to £10, it's telling me here that I spend £10. The maximum daily spend would be £17.50. And your maximum weekly spend would be 70. So it's gonna, if they do overspend one day, it's gonna balance itself out by the end of the week. Okay, they're basically gonna do that because they're gonna go, there's some reason lots of people are engaging with your content and stuff. Today is probably a good time to try and boost it because they see, because they're robots and computers, they think that it's worthwhile putting it in now because it's going to better your results and getting a lead. Okay. If I had to put in 20, then it would be better. But I get that it's a big risk, and it's a bit scary putting in 20 quid a day. There's a lot to be said behind it, though, by the way, because what happens is at the beginning, all of this would be in a learning phase. The more money you can throw into this, or if you had two campaigns running at once, one for 10, or like both of them for 10, Facebook's going to get a lot more chance to quickly figure stuff out and find out what's best for your campaign. By doing one campaign and £10, which is what I think you should do, just bear in mind it will take a little bit longer for Facebook to sort of fully understand your target audience, just because it's got less to numbers and data to work with. So anyway, you put in tenner. Normally with this bit here, start date, I tend to just move it forward an hour. Okay. So let's just say whatever, 52, something like that. Just because by the time you've built everything, sometimes you've got to come back here and change it because it's taking too long to get it all fixed. Okay. We can now move on. Now, what we're going to do here, all this stuff here at Wirebound, if you're going to do a retargeted campaign, you can put in you can just click on that and that search existing audiences, and you see things will pop up. You might have built some retargeting stuff on your audiences. Like I said, I've got videos for that anyway. But you can capture all that stuff if you wanted to. But if you go down here where it says United Kingdom, get rid of that, and then click on this here, and then put in your area. So let's say it's Woking for me, okay? So Woking City. Now you've got no choice. It's got to be a minimum of 17 kilometers, which is ridiculous, but there's just no choice with that. However, if you include Woking on the graphic, if you include Woking on the ad copy with the text, they will understand what you're trying to do, and they will get more people from Woking to see this ad. Okay, you just can't do it yourself. You've got to rely on Facebook AI to do it. Like I said, though, they're very good. So don't worry too much that you've got to do a 17-kilometer radius. Okay. So you've done that. You just come down. Honestly, you can't do anything else really with all this here. It's all part of the discrimination law. But where I've selected housing category, Facebook now knows that I'm targeting people within the housing. So people who fit within that category, homeowners, people who have been looking at DIY shops. People have been looking at Rightmove and Zoopla. They will figure that out for you. Okay. And I've put in £10 a day on a 17-kilometre radius around Woking. And again, like I said, ignore this, but it is giving me, it's going to reach 1.9 to 5.4. It's usually the lower end of the reach. And it's saying Leeds 5 to 24. I don't think it would be that much because it's only £10 a day. I do take it with a pinch of salt, but it's just a guide for you anyway, okay? Other than that, I'd leave all of this here. I'd just leave it. I'd just let Facebook do it all, okay? So I would then go to the next, and it takes me to the actual ad itself. And so this here, I would name Jan ad. You call it what you want, and then I'd come down here. It asks you to add in your Facebook, Instagram account. So you just add them there. And then you've got create an ad. Okay, so is it a single video? Is it a single image? Or is it a carousel where you've got multiple videos and stuff? Okay, you can do either. I don't know what graphics I've got on my desktop, to be fair. Okay, I've got things fun. I'm going to do a carousel because it's a bit more complicated. It's very easy to do these, and I kind of cover that while I do the carousel. Okay, so I'm going to do carousel. And so what you could do is like before and afters, or you could do share some testimonials, recent testimonials that you got from clients, or some images where you've handed over some keys or something like that. So I've clicked the carousel and then I scroll down. It says multiple advertiser ads. I tend to turn this off. Okay. And I think that's because I think what they mean by that is, sometimes you see a Facebook ad and then below it in a little box, you've got a couple of other people's ads on it. They're useless. And I feel like what Facebook's doing this here is pushing your ad onto that and then charging you for it. And I'd rather I only pay for like proper ad placements where they're clear and properly seen by my audience, as opposed to like some little box on someone else's campaign or someone else, So I tend to just always click that off. Now you get to the carousel section, okay? So the way I do this here is I add all the images first. So I'm going to add a card, add an image, okay, and I'll upload it. I'll upload the first one. Wait, you understand uploading? My campaign I had running, I had these ones on, okay? So so basically that one. So I'm going to upload it. And then I'm going to scroll down and add another card like this, that one, and I'll do one more. I think you've got a minimum that you can have. That one, whatever. Okay. That one. So now I've got a little carousel so people can slide in between them. Okay. So the reason why I put them all at the same time is because I usually have the same stuff. Okay, the same headline and things. So the headline could be learn about the property market, or sell your home, or something like that. It depends what your campaign's about, right? Learn about the property market. I can click apply to all cars, so it just saves me a little bit of time, basically. Description, get info on your home. You can, again, I'm just pulling stuff out of the hat at the minute. Get info on your home, okay, and again, apply to all cars. So that's now your carousel, okay. So this starts on the right. It starts updating how things look, okay. Learn about the property market. That fits. You can change to something different. Obviously, your ad campaign, your graphic would be different. It would be, picture of the local area, or it would be a picture of a street sign or some landmark, or it'd be a picture of you. Like if you're constantly changing it, it doesn't really matter. Especially with the brand awareness one. With the brand awareness one, you want to change it at least once a week. So always having it out, but just always make sure that it's recognizable, so people are always seeing that it's you. With the lead gen one, it's on for a week, and then you pause it for 5 weeks, 6 weeks. So you got time to then create another bit of marketing material, But just make sure that the graphic is important, and on the graphic you should definitely include Woking or your local area. Are you thinking of selling your Woking property this year? Find out how the 2025 property market trends are affecting Woking homes and how to get the best price for your property, something like that. Okay, and then you create that on the graphic, and then you have that text on the ad copy too. Okay, so I've got this bit here. I'll scroll down, and then you put in the primary text. So the text you put it in. Okay, whatever it is, Now what you got to remember, the first bit is the, the first bit is what everyone sees, So, and also you want it to be like thinking of selling your Woking property. Okay, like that. That fits the same line. Facebook sees that, so it's very clear to Facebook what you're trying to do. You're targeting people who own homes in Woking, so they know the target, and also it's people can quickly read that. That's quite an important section. You might want to then do an emoji of a house on top of that. Let me get you one. I've got no idea on this WhatsApp chat, so forgive me. Whatever, let's do that one there. Look. So you can do this here, like so, and then go, I can help. Does that all reach him? Does that all fit in? No. Yes. Okay. So now you can do another space, and you can give some information about whatever the message is. Property market constantly changing. Luckily, I've got the numbers, and I can help you make a calculated guess on when to sell your home, how to sell your home, how to market your home, and jar. You're an estate agent. You're know what to do. Okay. And then you write that information there, and then just finish it off with, to find out more, click the link, and done. Okay, it doesn't have to be a lot of text. Now this bit here, sign up. I tend to always use learn more. Okay, done. So now what you do is you come onto this bit here, and then you click create a form. Now bear in mind, it's a bit of a ball ache creating these forms. So you want to create a form and then name it so it's very clear. So like, and you can't edit it. Like if you want to make a correction on a form, you've got to duplicate it and start again. If I keep having these new forms everywhere, okay. So spend a bit of time, make sure it's all right. It's annoying otherwise. But have it so it's a little bit generic, really. So depending on what that message is, they can still, those questions will be relevant to it. Okay. So this is it. You just follow this stuff here. Okay. So this will be, I won't save it in this here, but this will be something like, sellers lead form. Just something that you recognize. Okay. Now you got options here, more volume, higher intent, rich creative. I tend to just stick with more volume. Higher intent, I think it enables you to get sort of better leads, but where you're an estate agent and you're just targeting a small group of people within your area, I think more volume is better. If you're like covering, I don't know, it's like something really, it was like summer holiday deals and the whole of the UK where like millions of people will be interested in that, you could probably drop down to like higher intent, But I think for you, I think more volume is better. So you've named it seller's lead form. You then click next, which takes to the intro. Okay, I don't really worry too much about a background image. You can, but I do the greeting, and the greeting like so. Okay, so if I do just go like I don't know, get the best price for your home, for your Woking home this year, something like that. You'd have it all in capital letters and things like that, and then you then do description, and it would just be like, I mean, let's just open up what I've done for someone else. Let's just open up someone's. Andrew. So So his form looks like this. So slow in it. Is it all making sense so far? Yeah. No, yeah, I get it. This will. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, let's go to his page because I want to just cancel that. But like, this is his campaign. Okay, let's just pretend that we're building it. Okay, that bit there. These are the forms that he's got. If you click that create form, you create a brand new form, which is just it's towards the end of this section here. Within the ad set. This is like the campaign section at the top. The bit below, which is a why wait. I think they call it the ad set bit. Okay. So he's putting all that content. That's all the details that he's put in. He's got the graphics, and then it's a form bit. Okay, now because I just don't have the brain right now to come up with some fresh, hot content for an example. This is what I've done for these leads. Okay, so 2025 market insights, accurate property valuation, that goes there. So people know that by giving them the details, they are asking for information about about the local market and getting an accurate property valuation. Okay, and then you got a little description here about just a bit more sort of to sort of convince them what to do. It says here, fill out this quick form, and I'll provide you with a free property valuation and a detailed market insight tailored to your area. Okay, so anyone who sends in this details is a decent lead, because they know what they're getting in return. They know that you're going to be calling them. Okay, so you basically come up with your own content, like so. This is it. Okay. Then you go to the next section. This here, where I've got that logo of my business, you'll have it with whatever the profile image is that you've got on your Facebook page. And then when you click next, you go to the questions bit. Okay. So this is the bit here, which is a pre-fill. Now I always add on the pre-fill the telephone number. So you click this add category, drop it down, go to contact field, phone number, and you got the phone number. Okay. And then with that bit, I um I leave this bit here. This. So instead of it saying, please answer the below questions, I go, what's it saying? Please provide your contact details so I can arrange a time to discuss your property and current market trends. Okay. Again, they know what they're getting. If they don't, if they're like, oh, I don't want to do that, they won't fill in the form, and then that's great for you because you're not having to pay 10, 15 quid for the lead. It's very clear what they're getting, so you know that although the lead might still be a bit useless and not yet ready to sell or something, at least they know that you're going to be ringing them up. So you've done this bit here. Now you got to scroll up. For some reason, it always brings you to this section. Okay, so once you've added the telephone number and you populated the description bit, you then got to scroll up to this. Okay, this is add a question. So you add the questions, and I always just do multiple choice because it's just quicker and easier. So the first question, what I've done for Andrew is where is it? Here. Are you looking to buy, sell, just curious? Okay, so you add it here. Are you looking to, and then buy, sell, add a question, just curious? Okay, you add another question by clicking this bit here. So what you do is you go buy, sell, click that plus sign, God, just curious, something like that. And then you click the add a question again. Okay, and then you do another multiple, and this one would be, for an example, what's your top priority right now? Selling your property quickly, understand the local market. You repeat that process that I've just shown you. Put the question in there. You put in the answers here. Okay. Now the next thing I do, and this is the last thing, okay, on this here, and I get it's all a bit complicated. And I do this just from habits, really. And you probably don't need it. I've just never tested it. Okay, but you probably don't need it. I'm too afraid to test it, basically, because I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for clients who are paying me to do it. So I always click this at the top here, conditional logic. Now what that means is, depending on what answer someone gives, you can send them to different places. So for an example, let's say it's an EXP ad campaign, okay, and the question is, do you have 2 years experience as an estate agent? And they said yes, they'll go to the next question, or they'll go to the end page, which I'll talk about in a second. If they say no, they can go to another end page, which is like, thank you very much for your inquiry. Unfortunately, you haven't qualified, but we'll be in touch, or someone like that. Like it's able to get direct people to the various different parts of the form, depending on it. You don't really need that for you, because it's like, whether they're buying, selling, or they're just curious, you're still going to call them. Whether they're what the other question is, you're still going to call them. But I just do it. Okay. And so how I do it is this here. So I'll click that conditional logic. So if they click buy, you're going to send them to submit form, end page. Okay. And then I click this plus sign, this box here, apply to it's now applied to all of those. Okay. I go to the, no, actually, it's not that. Sorry. This is question 1. So this goes to go to next question, which is question 2. Okay. And so they all now go, whatever they press there, they'll go to question 2. And then on question 2, which will be the final question, they then go to the submit E1 end page. Okay. And then you apply to both of those. So that I just know for a fact that they're getting the right experience. Okay. And then that's it. That bit's all done for you, basically. Okay. So now you click next again. This has been alerted because I haven't put in all the information. You would. Now the privacy policy for you would be EXP. I mean, you can go to your microsite, but if you go to the footer on any EXP page, like so, it's this here, privacy policy. We all share the same privacy policy. So you copy that, and then you put it here, like so, and then this will be blank for you. For some reason it's picked up, or it'd be your business name, because I'm doing it on my business. It's picked this up. So just make sure it's correct, and it's going, visit Joe Blogs estate agents privacy policy page, or something like that. Okay, and that's good. And then you can go to next again, I believe. Yep. And then the end page, which is where I'm directing everyone to go once they finish everything. You just got to do a few little edits on this. So click on that there. You can name it something else if you want, but for a form like this, it's not that hard. This form, just keep it as then you just got the one end page. Okay. So this goes, thanks, you're all set. You can now visit our website, or visit my website, or exit the form. You can edit that, and then down here you just put in a link to wherever you want them to take, wherever you want to take them. So your microsite, for example, and then the call to action, visit website. So that's just that there. So you just got to put in your URL there, and then you click the create a form, and then that's done. I'm not going to do it because I don't need this in my ads. Okay. But that's basically how you do the form. And then it would pop up here. Okay, it'd be an option for you to pick. And that's it. And then once all that's done, you've done all of that, you can click publish, and then within half an hour it will go live, or it'll come back saying there's a problem. There shouldn't be any problems. Okay. And that's it. And then come February, when I want to redo this, like I keep saying, I click those 3 dots, I go duplicate, and I just repeat a lot of it will be done for me. The form's already created. All I've got to do really is add some new graphics, add a new headline and description, which is that bit that you see there, and then add this information here, the primary text. Okay. And that's it. So then once that's all done, did that all make sense to you? I mean, no. But you'll have the video on the training hub tomorrow, and then just sort of go for it in little bite sizes, you know. But apart from that, any other questions on it? Are you all falling asleep? Cool. So, then when that goes live, when people start collecting that information, they get sent to those this sort of stuff here. Okay, and then if you wanted to, you can start dragging things and creating new things like this here, and like called booked in evaluation, or you can do all that sort of stuff. Okay, which is great. So now, how you nurture it, and I appreciate we've been here for a while, so I'll try and make this a bit quicker for you. Okay, how you capture it. So you will get a notification on Facebook and Instagram each time you get a new lead on your phone, and the notifications, you see it, but you might miss them. Okay, so it's a good idea, like at least twice a day, ideally 3 or 4 times a day, but at least twice. Go to this leads center on Meta, and then see if you've got any new stuff in, and call them. The sooner you call them, the bigger the chances of you getting that lead or getting that foot for the door. Okay, because they're still top of mind. They're still aware that they've contacted you. Okay, and then just smash that out. Okay, but you can also arrange some sort of automation stuff. Okay, and I'm going to do that really quickly for you. Okay, so you got this here. This is called Make. If you just Google Make automations, I'm gonna have to make a note of everything I've mentioned to you and try and include all that in the text when I post this tomorrow. Okay, but you can get a free account for Make Automation, which enables you to have 2 integrations, 2 things, scenarios, I think they call them. Okay, so I've got 2. I need to get more, unfortunately, but I've got 2 for now. Okay, no, I don't need to get more. Okay, forget that. I've got 2. As soon as someone fills out a form on Facebook, they will automatically get pushed onto an Excel sheet, which is here. All the leads I've picked up from Facebook ads, these are forms, okay? And they got sent here. I don't need this anymore because, to be fair, they get automated. I get a prompt, and I can use that CRM system that's within the Facebook ads. Yeah, this thing here. Okay, so I don't really need that anymore. But the other prompt is sending people that fill out the form on Facebook to Brevo, and Brevo is like MailChimp and stuff. I just prefer Brevo. Okay, so I'm not going to go into this now because it's a bit technical, but I'll do a video on this here. But I literally learned this from watching a YouTube video. It's not actually that hard to do, but if it's something you want to do at a later date, you can do it. Okay. Now there's 2 automations that I've got. Okay, so what happens is Facebook, through this tool, Facebook will add that lead onto a list I've got on Brevo. Okay, so this is how it is here. This is Brevo. Not sure what all that is, but whatever. If I go to lists, I've got some lists here. I'm gonna get rid of that annoying box. I don't know how to. There you go. I've got this one here, website and PPC signups. Okay, anyone who fills out a form on my website, anyone who fills out a form, and most importantly for this video, anyone who fills out that form on Facebook will get added to this. So where it's saying is 7 at the minute, that means there's 7 people going through the workflow. Okay, once they've finished going through that workflow, they'll be added to this nurture leads. I used to have a load more leads on this here, but a lot of them are crap, so I deleted them all. I just want to stick on the actual people that could potentially become a client kind of thing, and that's how you should do it as well. But anyone who lands on this here will get sent to the workflow, okay? And that's done by making that automation thing on Make, okay? So if I now show you the workflows, if I go to automations, I've got 2 here, yeah? I've got the automated workflows, and then I've got the website thing. The automated workflows, if I click this here, what you've got now is, and again, I have to do another video on this here, okay? But because I didn't think it's going to take us an hour to get this far. But anyone who lands on this page, on that listing, on that list that I just shown you, this workflow is they wait a minute, and then Brevo will then send them an email. Okay, and I've got an email. So your email can be like, "Hi Joe Blogs, thank you so much for requesting a time for me to call you and book in an evaluation or discuss your property needs. I've received your details. I'll be in contact as soon as possible." That way, if you've got to wait a day, half a day, or if you're on holiday, at least there's some sort of information that they've received, knowing that you've received that information. Okay, so that might be enough. That might be enough for you, and then that's great. You can call them later on that day or in the morning the following day. That might be enough, you know. But if you wanted to, again, you can go, okay, like wait 2 days and give them some more information, and another 2 days and more information. I don't think you need all that. I think what you need is just a way to quickly go, "Hi, thanks so much for reaching out to me. I'll be in touch as soon as I can." And you can do that by using Brevo. Okay. Another thing I've got on this, which might be useful to you, and again, I'll do a video on Brevo later, but notifications. So this is from websites. I'm already getting notifications from Facebook because I'm constantly checking that CRM system. But if I wanted to, I could do this as well for the Facebook. So basically, what happens is this automation is anyone who who fills out a form, and for me, I've done the forms out of my website forms, but I could probably do a Facebook form as well, or anyone who lands on that list. I will receive an email. So if someone was now to go onto one of these forms and fill it out, I'll get an email going, "Oh, just an FYI, you've got this." And the reason why I need that is because most of the time when someone reaches out to me on the website, they're wanting a free marketing audit, and so there's no point me not like missing that and seeing it after 3 or 4 days, because obviously I'm full time at EXP, and then sending it to them like a week later. It's a bit shite, you know. So you can have this as well. You can do an automation on this here. So not only will you get that confirmation email that they get sent saying, "Great, thanks so much for reaching out. I'll be in touch with you really soon." You also do another automation where you then get an email with a heads up that someone has contacted you through that Facebook form, so that you definitely don't want to miss it. You know, you've got the notifications on Facebook. You can check regularly the CRM system on Facebook to double check it, but also you've also received an email from Brevo. This is a tool that I use, saying, "Heads up, you've got a new lead." Okay, so I'm gonna leave this bit out for today. I'll do a video on the UK Training Hub on how to use this. Not everyone does. If you're only going to pick up a few leads a week, kind of thing, then perhaps you don't do it. You don't need it. Some agents are picking up way more than that. Some agents, it could be that you're like, "This is working really well. I want to up the daily budget," in which case that would increase more leads for you. In which case, then it might be worth you building something like this just to help manage it all, kind of thing. Okay, if there's anything I haven't covered or I need to cover a bit more. My pleasure. Cool. That's it then. I'm gonna hopefully this all recorded. I'll put it onto Workplace tomorrow morning, so you can go through it. And if you've got any questions, just drop a question on that chat where I post this, and I'll see it, and then I'll try and answer it. But it is complicated. It is a bit difficult. But I mean, you saw those leads that are coming through from agents, and like I said, just put on for a week, pause it, put on for a week, pause it. But leads are coming through, and so it is worth you building it. I think, and they're hotter leads than someone filling out an instant valuation. I feel, you know. Cool. That's it. You can enjoy your Wednesday evening now. I want to make dinner and watch the footy. My pleasure. I'll speak to you later. Bye.